gist of it is, when pawns travel beyond the rift, we can contract a peculiar illness that imperils the lives of those around us. At first, we are only restless and excitable.
Hoi, friend! Have there any time for me to... There's something I've come to every last resident, for it made me painfully aware of my own position. Can this existence of mine even be called living when I am so doted upon by my mother? I want to live a life I can proudly call my own, and to achieve it with all that my heart desires. I tire of enduring my mother's coddling, and of having to mind every twitch in her face in order to appease her. Looking at this box, it fills me with courage. 'Tis proof that I am not my mother's servant to be wheeled about as she pleases. 'Tis something I obtained of my own will. Here is the last of the gold I owe you. Pray forgive me for making you wait for it. Now, I'd best be off. I may not be able to wander the city again for some time. There's aught I would do. Thus, I cannot say when next we'll see each other, though I feel sure we shall in time. Perhaps sooner than we might think. Till then, take care, friend.
That was quite a gift. I hope that procure...
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. It is none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the...
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty. Lest you forget, 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
Well met, sir.
Whatever's to be done.
Barely the vim to tie my boots.
I ought to turn in for the night.
Welcome. I'm always doing about a dozen things at once.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, your Majesty? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn.
We have been entrusted with a task. Let us approach it with all due care.
It would seem we've a need to visit the palace.
Bark at me, away with the fairies.
Welcome.
There wasn't patient, man.
Whatever am I to do?
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Regarding the Queen Regent, and an... important personage, you mean?
Shall we make for Vernworth Palace? Let us make for the palace, that you might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. I dare not enter the palace, but I would fain escort you to the castle entrance.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Quite a predicament.
Pray and ne'er put gold in my pocket. I've got nothing for ye.
We're here, and none the worse for wear.
Apologies, Master, but you are the Arisen. Follow me. Best you move along. Should want to pray, be cautious.
I wish the Minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive...
Oh, perhaps the...
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would... Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her...
sort of
You are not allowed in here.
Have you heard the news? The new recruits are to be sent out to Melv. Melv, I say.
I find dressing for these occasions awfully tedious.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well. My watch finishes without incident.
This is not my intent. Now, how best to proceed?
I could use a little fun to brighten my day.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
Not much going on.
Not every patron is worth the effort to please.
A place to soothe the spirit, this.
Must the wind blow my fur every which way? This place.
At last! 'Tis a relief to be at your side again, Master.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
Anywhere's better than the middle of a crowd.
Where might I go to spend a few hours untroubled?
I've more time than I know how to spend. Find the predicament. I've more time than I know how to spend.
Pray in ne'er put gold in my pocket.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
When does my watch?
surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Well, well. We meet again. Is this stealthy business becoming a habit of yours?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, my lady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, my lady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Something tells me this shan't be the last I see of you. Perhaps you'll be good enough to repay me when next we meet. Off you go now.
Recruits that don't pummel from point.
This place is awful dull. Can't complain, mind.
Tis our duty.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
All this hustle and bustle puts me right out.
I'm in fine fettle today. Look as long as you please. or worse.
I don't want to die.
Where was I headed?
Point's no good. Work yourself to death.
Lots to do.
We'll pull through yet.
I'm always doing about a dozen
I've got the whole
Let's take it
on.
easy today. My knees are acting up.
It's nice to see everyone out and about.
Peruse at your neck.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim as a true arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our meager clue. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilt between Vermund and his neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot, can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
I expect Magistrate Waldar would be well versed in the subject of grimoires. If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
When does my watch end? What to do?
Over here, if you please.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be...
This ox cart's bound for Mel. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
What ought I to do?
Time to be heading home.
Such worn-out gear.
Not good will come of this.
We're setting out. Jump on if you've paid.
What should I get up to?
Best oil my equipment.
I've got to focus.
Time
The
to be
shift's
heading
only just
home.
begun.
My patience wears thin.
Never should have taken this.
We have reached our destination.
Mayhap we can employ a cart for our next journey.
That damn dragon! Hurry, everyone! Get yourselves to safety!
You go with them. I'll fell that thing myself. There you are, damnable beast. You will share in my desolation and my hunger.
Just have to make the best of this.
Useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
These really are hidden in the most unlikely places, aren't they?
Our collection grows.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Might I be of assistance?
Leave it to me.
Be wary. 'Tis a foe we've not yet encountered.
Tis good. Thank you, Arisen. I am overjoyed to have completed the task my master set for me.
Splendid.
Show yourself! 'Twas a lesson in determination. Somehow I knew you'd come. You have my gratitude as well, sir.
Ulrika, glad I am to see you unharmed. You must return to the village. Everyone is concerned for you.
Forgive me. I'd best go. But I shan't forget this.
That wasn't the dragon, but a poor imitation of it. No wonder I feel so hollow. 'Tis a style all my own, a patchwork of techniques, honed for the sole purpose of slaying the dragon.
I'll collect...
That wasn't the dragon, but a poor... Sigurd, You're the current Arisen, aren't you? I pray you do not walk the same path as I have. Sigurd, you're the current Arisen, aren't you? 'Tis a style, or a patchwork of techniques.
What brings you here?
We're saved. I haven't the...
Begging your pardon, sir, but I've a selection of wares that... sure to... Please. Hope to see you again.
Not buying. That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Wasn't sure we'd survive that, but...
Feel deary with no one about. I'm just grateful I get to lead a...
I could almost nod off where I stand.
Used to anymore.
I'll sleep soundly tonight.
We're saved.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
The safer the roads, the heavier my pockets.
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
Our adventure continues.
Come. We've much... to be getting on with.
A new day, a new perspective.
Whatever it is, I'll have to hear it.
All this hustle and bustle puts me right at home. On the table. Blunt as a hammer. What should I get up to today?
Fine place to cast off the stresses of the day.
My stomach's growling. Time for an early supper.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Unless I am much mistaken, we have cause to visit a place not far from here.
We might kill two birds with one stone, or focus on our current objective. Both choices have merit.
Naught of import ever happens here, anyhow.
Not sure how much
None
longer.
of us is guaranteed tomorrow.
I wish I could go on an adventure.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet e'er since he came here, he's...
I understand how you must feel. But you must see, there is no medicine that can heal him outright. I am caring for him as best. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him...
Home?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray...
I will look after him.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Now that's just splendid! Oh, thank you, Arisen. This should be plenty. I'll take it to the church straight away.
Pray, take this.
I expect Magistrate Walder would be well versed in the subject of grimoires. Ah, yes. I know just where to find this person. Follow me.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
I spend my days in chaos in the world.
Here, if you please.
Chaos in the world begins with... Chaos in the world. Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, 'tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the... Not to mention, I have... Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave... You would procure it yourself. In that case, the slums are a bane. We do what we can. Your aid is most appreciated.
Teles?
Yes, sir. You are most gracious.
Let me get that.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
With the aid of Sir Kendrick and his helper in locating certain documents, I believe I finally grasped the true nature of this place. 'Twas a royal library that was sealed off by a sovereign in a bid to pass the throne on. Alas, yet 'tis clear it serves. What can we learn from this? Fine timing, sir, fine timing. My time in that tenebrous jail. I stare at the page. Alas, as I recall, prisoners' possessions are held, though as I hear it, should you happen to, and what say you? Would you? I am in your prey. Infiltrate the...
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy all.
I've never seen this sort of craftsmanship. How'd they work such a pattern into the blade? Hi there, Arisen! Forgive me, but I've made nary a lick of progress toward restoring that sword of yours. The blade's make is as intricate as 'tis beautiful. Suppose that's why these things ne'er see battle, eh? If I only knew how to create this pattern on the steel, mayhap the rest had come easy.
What are you jabbering about now?
Oh,
You're looking at the work of a blaze hammer. 'Tis a process scarce employed, but One befitting the prestige of a regalia sword. Honestly, girl, you're no apprentice of mine if you can't figure out aught as simple as that.
Sorry, Brocker. Must have slipped my mind. But if these patterns were the work of a blaze hammer, mayhap that's what it'd take to fix the blade. If you've not heard the term, 'tis where you heat your hammer to extreme temperatures by dipping it in magma. 'Tis hardly e'er used since the hammers like to cool afore you can forge aught with it. Brocker's explained the process to me, but I wonder if that's enough.
It seems 'twill take a rather complex process to restore the sword, but I've no doubt that Sir Sarah is up to the task.
What business have you here?
Knowing that the patterns on the sword were the work of a blaze hammer, suppose I'll sleep on it. Mayhap the...
How could that whelp fail to recognize the distinctive traces? But it's what she doesn't.
A customer, then. That changes things. I best tend to business. Yeah, my back.
I've got to focus. We shift no mistakes today.
Have a gander at my wares. You shan't regret it. Hope to see you again ere long.
Much to do yet.
What am I supposed to... at your leisure, sir. Well met, sir. How's the day treating you, then?
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
What's your business with me?
Little happiness is all I ask of life.
What should I get up to today?
Evidently, 'tis a contraption that allows for travel betwixt 2 points. That does sound convenient.
I dare say there'd be no harm in using this.
Today, my knees are acting up.
Most of our guests only do take care to leave the room as you found it.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this time of day.
It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Feeling rested, I trust.
you're the one who brought that regalia sword here in the first place, aye? I want a word. It's that fool apprentice of mine. I haven't seen her since yesterday. Knowing her, she's skipped off to the mountain base cave on Volcanic Island to try her hand with a blaze hammer. It's the only place with enough heat. Since you're the one who inspired this nonsense, you'd best go find her and bring her back in one piece, lest I ring my hammer against that hollow shell you call a skull!
Very well. I shall go on ahead.
What business have you here?
Just stay out of everybody's way.
Well met, sir. How may I take you?
Looking for aught in particular?
When does my
Wish I'd been in adventure.
I'll feel a sight better after today's train.
Want to try to enjoy life where and when I can.
As a matter of fact, oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste. Success. Our foe hasn't even noticed what's been killed. If we mastered that attack, we would be invincible.
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Douse the flames before 'tis too late.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
execution.
Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt.
The foremost priority is to douse.
Well done.
By your command, Arisen. That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
What business have you? Life's been pretty kind to me.
Living's hard.
No place I'd
Dreams
rather.
of free.
Got to keep moving. Lest I fall asleep.
Eyes aren't what they used to be.
I'll take any chance not to think on my troubles.
Someone ought. We polished it this morning.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such Arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Each to their own. I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Here we go again.
We fight. To arms.
No quarrel here.
Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much to...
before 'tis too late.
Battle is best avoided here.
Keep on the Arisen. Now strike them down. A wise strategy.
Too fast for you.
I dare say we could sell this for a fair amount of gold.
Whether or not we make the sale is for the Arisen to decide.
Must finding these be so difficult?
Our collection grows.
Ah, I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this. That was impeccably timed, Arisen.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
Oh yeah, you're mine.
Twould not be unwelcome for an ally to appear for once.
We must focus on finding victory, whatever our discomfort.
Very well, if I must.
Tis done, Master. Now a ferry stone can whisk us here whensoever we desire.
Some of us get complacent. Our trade is limited. Fancy a gander? I find good for sale.
I'll not stick my head where it can get cut off. Time for a few sips. Oh, bollocks. I'm all out.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
You can't go in yet, sir.
What's the hurry?
You hold the enemy's focus, and I shall strike them down.
Miss, and you shame us both. I grant your weapon a magical boon.
And I might just let you leave.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. 'Tis frightfully warm here. The result of volcanic activity, I expect.
Be on your guard. The monsters here are prone to frenzy.
We found a chest. Let us examine what it has to offer. Healing already.
We fight. To arms!
No Paul here.
Your most priority is to douse those flames. Our foe hasn't even noticed what's been pilfered.
Keep on them, Arisen, and I'll strike them down.
I must confess, naught rattles me quite so much as the unexpected snuffing of my lantern light.
I expect that's a common occurrence in our line of work.
It is an item of exceptional rarity. I cannot wait to tell my own master of its existence.
There's nothing we can do about this obstacle. The rage of the you can count upon my aid. Might I be?
If 'tisn't the Arisen, come to check up on me, have ya? Well, I'm faring just fine. In fact, I've done it! See? 'Tis a blaze hammer. All that's left is to get this to the forge outside the cave. I hope you're ready, Arisen, as there's not a moment to spare. Follow me.
Make haste for the cave exit. I shall do as you say.
Tis still scalding hot. Let's strive to keep it that way.
I must admit that it feels wonderful to strike through.
Be sure to avoid open flames.
Tisn't looking good. The hammer's lost near half its heat.
An exemplary performance.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack. I must ask you to refrain from charging off. Teamwork is the crux of our strategy.
Don't be such a worrywart. I know what I'm doing.
The heat's dwindling fast. We've got to get it outside, quick!
I am saved. Thank you, Arisen.
Make haste. The heat's all but gone.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here. Magma scales! There! Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Hurry, we're nearly there.
Battle is best avoided here.
Concern it, seems we weren't quick enough. But I shan't give in so soon. Come on, back into the... I am not giving up. Right, all's ready. Tis still scalding hot. Let's strive to keep it that way.
Tis overly narrow here, and ill-suited to combat.
Let us proceed with caution. Eyes peeled, ears pricked.
Tisn't looking good. The hammer's lost near half it. We've made it out at last. Good on you for keeping up. Right, now to do what I came here for, then it's back to the smithy for the finishing touches.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
You bird-brained buffoon! Where have you been?
Brocker! Sorry!
There's no time for apologies, girl. We've got to get that blade on the anvil, lest the blaze hammer's treatment be for naught. You're the first apprentice of mine with the gumption to do aught like this. You got the blaze hammer work done, and you did it right. But the hardest part's what comes next. I'll walk you through what's needed, though I dare say it is one of the few lessons I've left to teach you. You've proven yourself this day, Sarah. You're the one fit to carry on my techniques and this smithy. But not if you're going to stand there and gawk. To the forge with you, girl!
Come in, Brocker. Hi, Arisen. I've been waiting for you. Here 'tis. Your regalia sword. Looks newly forged, doesn't it, eh? Brocker had me working on it for hours. Got nary a wink of sleep. But owing to that, methinks it turned out real fine. I only hope you're pleased with it. 'Tis as much your success as mine. So much has changed for me since you first brought that sword to the smithy. I feel as if I'm finally on the path to becoming a blacksmith in my own right. Thank you, sir, for all you've done on my behalf. I hope you're pleased with how this... I certainly am. I'm going to keep learning all sorts of techniques till I'm no... Expect great things of me.
No one knows their craft better than I. Got some work for me?
Go on, have a look. Hoy, looking to change? No need to overthink it. You can change. Change it on a whim. You've not... to lose, and you might... Well, got any findings to share? Many thanks.
What business have you here?
Wonder if there are any rumors to be had in town. A customer, then. That changes things.
My services don't come... Keep mind. Come again when you've more...
I swear I've never slept better.